to, over these next 90 days, completely change your life. When I mean change your life, I mean completely change your life. So if that's something you're looking for, you're definitely in the right place today. So welcome everybody. I think we're getting everybody in the room here. Hello, welcome. Love it. Look, we go Missouri. We have California, South Carolina, South Africa, Houston, Florida, Philippines, United Kingdom. Love it. Welcome, everybody. Well, let me go ahead. New Zealand in the house. I love it. Canada in the house, South Africa, North Carolina. This is what happens, you guys, when you build a global business. This can't happen if it wasn't global, right? Like I couldn't sell a lip gloss and have people all over the world on. So when you think about going digital, that's something that is so powerful, right? Because of the fact that the entire world is your customer base, right? If you were selling this, your country would only be your customer base. So that's what is really exciting about the digital space. So that's why I say in 90 days, your life can completely change. So that's what we're going to talk about today, how you can start from scratch, how you can launch a business, what you need to do for the next 90 days. And I'm talking 2 hours a day. So you still have 22 hours in your day to do the things that you love. When I heard this back in September of 2022, I was like, what? Please tell me. Because I don't know about you guys, I just wanted my time back. But I didn't want to have to look at my bank account to do things. So if that's you, you're definitely in the right place today. So let me share my screen and we're going to get rocking and rolling here. Most everybody is in here. Okay, let me just make sure. All right, so today we are covering with you Freedom in 90 Days, the simple sprint to launch your own profitable online business. I don't want you just launching a business, I want you launching a profitable online business. Now I have to share this with you. This picture here it's so fun because we're building global businesses, but we built a huge community that we get together. And if you look at this picture, there is people from Switzerland in this picture. There's people from London in this picture. There's people from South Africa in this picture. We literally are getting together globally all over. So that's what's fun. So if you're ready to be part of something and ready to not only be in business for yourself, or by yourself, but be in business with a group of people that truly care about your success, you're definitely in the right place. Now, I want you to screenshot this because you will hear income what people have made today. But we are not making any income claims. We can't tell you that you can make this. So I just need you to screenshot this, right? Because your success will be based on you, how coachable you are and how willing you are to follow anything, which is really no different than anything, right? If you go to college, but you don't go to class, you'll never graduate from college and you can't blame college, right? So I just need to share that with you. So now let's start with, I want you to imagine this scenario. Okay, imagine you launch your own online business where you get to set your own hours. So nobody's telling you when you have to work or when you can take a lunch. You get to set your own hours and you get a 90-day freedom blueprint. Imagine this, and you learn exactly what to do to attract customers to you daily. Now, one customer, imagine this, one customer equals $900. Imagine that. How would that change your life if you could learn? I want you to let me know in the comments. If you could learn how to attract a daily paying customer, how would that change your life? Do you realize one customer a day, let's just say at $900 a day, that's my number one selling product, by the way. One customer a day at $900 a day is $328,000 a year. How would that change your life? If you do the math on that, do you realize in 3 years you're a self-made millionaire? Online, setting your own hours. If that's something that excites you, then you are definitely in the right place. Here's Tim. He's been in the community, you guys, almost 2 years, and he has had 7 sales of 900 in the last 7 days, working his 2-hour day. That is daily pay. Okay, that is daily pay. Grocery money right there. Yes, absolutely. Here's Paula. You guys, I love this. Prior to being in the digital space like she is now, she was door dashing and she would bring in about 1,800 for the month. That was working 40 plus hours. She goes, I was struggling. Now she, in the last 4 days, made $3,600. See, that's what can happen if you are willing to plug into a proven process and willing to execute on it. I absolutely love that. Paula, congratulations. So are you ready to learn how you can launch an online business in the digital space? Let me know in the comments, yes or yes. Are you ready to learn? Because that's exactly what you're learning today inside this free webinar. So let me introduce myself. My name is Michelle O'Neill. I'm hanging out with you in Kansas, and today's really going to be a great day because I have 3 people flying in. I actually help people build communities, and I have 3 people flying in. I did a contest and they won, and one's from Australia, and I have Florida coming in, we have Australia coming in, and we have Colorado coming in. We have a fun weekend planned for them. And again, that's the power of working together digitally. It's going to be so fun. So I'm hanging out with you in Kansas today. But back in 2022, my story was completely different. I was struggling. I was dealing with mom guilt. And then I started following the 6-figure blueprint because I wanted to change. And I was sick and tired of repeating the same day, the same month, and the same year over. I was repeating them, but my bank account was depleting even more. I mastered the 2-hour workday because I'm a mom of 6 kids, a grandma to 5, and I just wanted more time with my family. I started promoting digital programs because I was sick and tired of sharing my profits with somebody else. I stayed consistent, you guys. I made 6 figures in 6 months. I made my first million in 17 months. And I got to share 2 things with you. Now we travel and do the things that we love. Matter of fact, this week or the month of April, we weren't even home one solid week because my son's a runner and I get to travel and go wherever he goes. And that was the most important thing to me. Never miss the important moments. The bottom picture you're looking on the right, that's my granddaughter. I was able to watch her look at the ocean for the first time. That's a moment I will never forget. But I do got to share something with you guys. I just put money down over the weekend on Dallas Cowboy season tickets, which is a dream come true for me. I'm getting 6 tickets to the Cowboys. So Tim, if you're on here, I know you're vomiting right now. But you guys, I'm telling you, like, that was a dream since I've been a child to be able to do that. And so in the next 60 days, I will have my tickets. I know exactly where I want to set. But I'm telling you, when you have freedom in your life, everything changes. So never stop going after the life that you love. Okay. So the world is going digital. Right? The world is going digital. So no matter where you go, people are looking at their phone. That is something we can all agree on, right? I mean, no matter the age too. Matter of fact, I got to share something funny with you guys, and I will show you the video on my phone, but I have an outdoor kitchen being put in right now. The worker was waiting for them to bring the other piece of granite down, and he was sitting there on TikTok. I'm like, you can't even make this stuff up. Like, people are so addicted to being on social media. Why am I telling you that? Because that's where you need to go. If you want to build a solid, secure business, you need to learn how to attract customers using social media. Okay, so this is why it matters. Because the digital goods economy, you guys, is a gigantic $950 billion market. The e-learning industry did $950 million in 2019. Now, this is huge. In 2019, 950 million. But by 2023, it was doing $1 billion a day. So what it used to take an entire year now does in one day. That's the type of industry, you guys, you want to be a part of because momentum is already happening there. And in 2024, it was doing $1.2 billion a day. It's projected to be a $3 billion a day industry by 2027. So how can you, my friend, take advantage of the digital world and turn it into an income stream? Okay. Well, I'm going to give you many different options because there is many options out there. So you can create your own high quality digital product or program. You can do that, right? Now, the downside of that, this takes months to create and launch, and then you have to learn how to market it. Now, let me share with you why this wasn't an option for me. Because back in 2022, I had 0 confidence. I didn't believe in myself. So what would I have created? How to be a hot mess express in your 50s. So that wasn't even an option for me. Plus, that would have taken more time away from my family with no guarantee of an income. So that's not time freedom. And what if it doesn't sell, right? That's huge. Now, the next thing you can do, and this is what I chose prior to 2022, I chose to do network marketing. I thought that was the easy way to do it because I was able to sell somebody else's product. Well, the downside, you guys, you work really, really hard, but you're going to put most of the profits into the company's pocket. Plus, they do not teach you how to get customers. Plus, you have no control. Okay, no control, and you never get paid what you're worth. I was building a network marketing company, worked my face off, got my income to about $7,000 a month, and the company changed the comp plan. They said they were too loose on the comp plan, was their exact words. And my income by the end of that call dropped to $3,000 a month. That was when I realized I have no control. So that's when I was ready to leave that industry. I still love the products. I just don't love the comp plan. Now, here is what I discovered in September of 2022. And this is the time freedom option. Who on here is ready for time freedom? Because if you're on here looking to grind, I'm not your gal. But if you're looking for the time freedom option, you're in the right place. The time freedom option is where you, my friend, have the ability to promote high quality, proven to sell, done for you digital programs, right? Here's what I love about this. You have a high ROI. ROI means return on investment, the potential for a very high one. Here's why, since the program is already proven to sell. That's huge. So it's not like you're bringing something new into the marketplace. And I'm going to give you an example here that each and every one of you have already heard of. And so the initial investment is lower, and because from creating your own product from scratch, trust me, when you create something from scratch, there is a lot of costs involved. So there's a lot of investments you have to make. Now, when you promote done for you programs, it's a proven market fit. So the programs have a proven track record of sale, reducing the risk of new product launch. When you launch something new to the market, you gotta get the market understanding it and familiar with it, okay? That takes a lot of time. And also on Done For You, you can make 100% profit. Done For You programs gives you the freedom. By selling these programs, you do not have to share your commissions. Let me ask you guys a question in the comments. How many of you want to make 100% profit, or how many of you want to make 25% and give the company 75%? Put in the chat, 100% or 25%? 100%, duh, yeah, exactly. You guys, you might be asking right now, because that's the only question I asked when I discovered this process. And you might be asking right now, well, how does the company make money if you can sell their program? Because this is the part I loved. Like, I was ready to go do cartwheels in my road because of hearing this. They said, because you pay the website fee of a small fee of $39. That gives you access to a done for you website and automated sales process. I was like, what? All I got to do is plug in my payment gateways and it's good to go. 2 days. In 2 days, I had a fully automated business that I've not had to touch since then. And it's working 24/7 and I'm making 100% profit. I think it is literally the most brilliant way to launch and grow a business. Absolutely brilliant. Look at this, $900 while putting my granddaughter to bed. This program is amazing and it works. My client found me on my new YouTube and I only have 168 followers. That is because of this attraction marketing strategy she implements, and it works. So how can you make 10K a month with digital programs? So let me ask you this question really quick. How many of you, there you are, my friend, you're even on here. Yes, congratulations. So would 10,000 a month change the way you could live your life? Would 10,000 a month change the way you live your life? Here's why I like building a foundation off of 10,000 a month. Because if you can learn the skills and strategies to make 10,000, yes, good. If you can learn the skills and strategies to make 10,000, then once you learn that and you're comfortable and confident with that, then you can go up to 20,000. Then you can go up to 30,000. You just continue to grow. So that is a good aim I recommend. Don't ever aim low, because then you'll never achieve this. Always aim for something that would make that can make a huge difference in your life. So I want you to screenshot this, okay? Because when you sell a product that is $900, all you need is 12 customers and you'll make $10,800 a month if you can attract 12 customers. Now I want to stop here a minute because I want you to think about that. When you don't have to bother friends and family, when you don't have to DM anybody, when you can use the entire world as your customer base just on social media alone, there's 5 billion people and all you need is 12. I mean, is that not like a goosebump moment right there? I mean, to me, when I heard that, I was like, oh, I'm going to master this. Because when you master this, your entire life changes. Here is the 4 programs that the stories you're going to hear today, how they launched their business, how they were able to use the skills that they learn inside of this to add multiple income streams, by the way. The Legacy Builders program sells for $900. That's our #1 selling product. The Digital Mastery sells for $600. The Passive Daily Pay Blueprint sells for $300 and the Launchpad for $100. Can you imagine if you get access to these 4 income streams and you did nothing to produce them? Like they were ready to go, done for you. You sold 1 a day, that's $1,900 a day. What if you just sold 1 a week? That's $1,900 a week you would make off of products you didn't even have to create. Now, here's the example I'm going to give you. Has everybody heard of Starbucks or iPhone? Let me know in the comment. Yes, you have, or no, you haven't. Starbucks or iPhone. Yes. Okay, great. Starbucks is a done-for-you coffee shop. Like I live in Wichita, Kansas. If I go through Starbucks right now, the person that hands me my coffee through the window did not create that coffee. They purchased a proven coffee that sells. They didn't have to build it from scratch. That's why people pay a lot of money for a Starbucks because they know people buy Starbucks coffee. It's a no-brainer. An iPhone. My iPhone, you guys, is from Verizon. Okay? Verizon didn't make my iPhone. Verizon did 17 billion last year off of other people's products. Think about that. They didn't have to create this. And like they said, why would we want to compete with a product that people love? So I'm sharing that with you because that's what you have when you look at the Legacy Builders program. You have a proven system that works. Now imagine you have a proven digital marketing process that works as well. See, because when you learn how to attract customers to your online business, everything changes. Everything changes because the entire world is your customer base. It doesn't matter where anybody lives in the country, as long as they have access to payment gateways, which could be a debit card, a credit card, or PayPal. As long as they have access to any of those, they can buy or they can sell. That is what is so powerful about this. So inside the Legacy Builders program, you have the ultimate marketing system. You know why most people go out of business? It's not because they don't have a great product. It's not because they don't have a great service. It's because they suck at marketing, because nobody taught them how to market, or they're trying to do old way of marketing instead of the new way. A lot of people don't know how to pivot into the new fast-paced digital world. So the Ultimate Discovery System, it teaches you how to build a brand, even a faceless brand if you want. It teaches you a copy and paste free ad strategy. Oh my goodness, I have to tell you something about this strategy here in a minute. It teaches you how to use social media the right way. And it uses social media with 5 billion people. Why wouldn't you want to? And you can use social media for free without spending any money on ads. So this classified ad strategy, you guys, first of all, this was a breath of fresh air to me, that I could market my business posting free ads because I'm an introvert. So I was terrified to create content when I started. So I was like, for 30 minutes a day, I can post free ads. Now, I do understand the value of videos. So what I did is I created like a 3 or 4 minute YouTube video, Complete Ignorance on Fire. I just showed people how the classified ads process works. And so I put that in my free ad. Okay, now let me give you an example of ads. Like you can go to Craigslist. I know Craigslist isn't free, but I'm saying it's places like that that are free. So I posted my ad. I would spend 30 minutes a day posting my ad, and I had a YouTube video in it. You guys realize in 90 days, not only did it grow my customer base, but it also grew my YouTube channel. And now I'm monetized on YouTube. I now make money on YouTube, all because of the classified ads. So if you have the right digital marketing system, it's going to help you connect the dots and add multiple income streams, because that's what you want. That's how you leave a legacy, by the way, is creating multiple income streams and learning how to help your money make more money. That's how millionaires are created. And there's 5 billion people on social media. So you don't want to have to be the one going finding people. You want to become the magnet. There is an amazing strategy to show you exactly how to do that. Now, many of you might be listening to me and you can't be on video, or you don't want to be on video yet. We do have your Invisible Empire, where it's a complete faceless brand marketing strategy, shows you how to make 100K your first year in marketing. So now, I'm sure you're not on here today to learn how to work harder. You're probably on here to learn how to work smarter. So let me show you how to get your time back. This right here is what fired me up the most. And that was having a fully automated sales process. I have built a multi-million-dollar business in the last 2.5 years that I've never heard the word no. I've never had to bother friends and family. I've never had to DM back and forth. My system does the work for me. So this is exactly the only thing I market right here, is this page right here. I give people access to my proven freedom formula PDF. This is exactly the steps that I followed to achieve 6 figures in 6 months. Now, what happens is you put your email in right here. And the moment somebody puts their email in, they're immediately taken to this video. Okay. And they're immediately given this video inside their email. Now, here's what I love. There's 52,300 people inside my email, or inside my community. So based off of the statistics of the community, these 2 videos literally answer 99.9% of your potential customers' questions. So that means only 0.1% have a question. So if they have a question, they can reply to your email. So you can do everything through email. So that's what I love. Now, on average, when they watch these 2 videos, 1 out of 20 are buying. So if 1 out of 20 are buying and your number one selling product is $900, do you realize that's $900 a day from 20 people putting their email in? How long are you willing to work to master that? To master that attraction marketing strategy? Me, I was until I was able to achieve it. Now I'm like 1 out of 10. I do more mentoring with people, and the people in my mentorship like are 1 out of 13, 1 out of 17, 1 out of 8, 1 out of 9. It's wild, some of the statistics that some of the people have with their numbers. But my goal is to help you get yours converting at 1 out of 20. Look at this, Stacy and Mark, $1,800 in 2 days. This program is unbelievable. And they both have busy lives, just exactly like you guys do. Another $900 at work. She's still working her full-time job, but she made $900 while she was still at her job. Imagine still working your job and making money like that, paying your debt off, or maybe changing your zip code and being able to do the things that you want, then be able to walk away. So what I want to do right now is I want to introduce you to the Freedom Sprint that we're getting ready to launch, where it's going to help you build your brand, grow your following, and convert with confidence. Because that is what we're walking you through the next 90 days, okay? So why 90 days? Because you guys, you can't change habits in 2 or 3 days, right? So we walk you through this process. So in just 90 days, you'll build a brand that attracts customers. You'll grow a social media following, a following of people that trust you. You don't want a following just to have a following. You want a following of people that know, like, and trust you. And you're going to learn how to turn those engaged leads into revenue with a clear, heart-centered strategy. So no selling, just serving. And that's when it gets really fun. You don't ever have to sell We show you how to serve, and all while working a 2-hour income earning activities day. We can show you how to get your income earning activities done in just 2 hours a day. So now here is our community that you get to be part of, 52,300 people. So once you're inside the community, you click right here under classroom and you'll see it right here. Every day, I will literally give you, it's like a 5-minute video every day with an action step. And every video will give you 3 pieces of content to cover. These 3 pieces of content are going to be in every stage that a potential customer could be in. The awareness stage, the consideration stage, and the decision stage. We're going to teach you how to build that brand. Now, if you are like I was when I launched my business, I had quite a bit of stinking thinking, you guys. I didn't know if I could do it. I thought I was too old. So we help you with that, and we equip you with mindset training. Okay. If you need extra social media training, we have that. Now, here is what is amazing about all of this. See right down here where it says Monday mentoring and tech Zooms, we offer replays. We do live calls to assist you, to make sure you are on track of reaching your goals. Look at this, Danielle, 900 days so far. She is on fire right now, by the way, inside of our community. Yvonne, the month of May, $1,800 in 24 hours. Is that not awesome? See, we're making May the money month. No more making excuses. We're talking about making money. If you want to be part of that and that type of energy, you're definitely in the right place. And all of this is from promoting 4 different digital programs. You realize no matter what you decide to do when you get off of here today, you have to sell something. You're either going to sell coaching, or you're going to sell digital products, or you're going to sell physical products. Now, the question to ask is, how much money do you want to make? Because when you sell a physical product, like for example, this lip gloss, you make $9. Do you want to make $9 off of one customer or 900? Let me know in the chat. Do you want to make $9 off of one customer or 900? Because here's the thing, you do the exact same amount of work for the one customer and you make $9, that would mean you would need to get 100 customers to make $900. I would rather get one customer to make 900 than 100. One customer, 900, that's more time with your family. 100 customers to make 900, that's less time with your family. You need to look at it that way, right? Now, here's the great part. If you got 111 customers at 900, you're a 6-figure income earner in the digital space. If you get 1,111 customers, you're a self-made millionaire in the digital space. There's 5 billion people on social media. Dream big, my friend. 5 billion people on social media. Pretty awesome. Absolutely awesome. And it's all from these programs. Now, here's what I love, because we believe one size doesn't fit all. Everybody has different goals and everybody has different dreams. So that's why I do not just promote one product. I promote 4 different products to give people the options. And I love that. Now, what I want to do real quick before we keep on going is I would love Ashley, if she is with us, I would love Ashley to come on and share you guys her story, because she has tried things before, right? And I want her to share her story with you. There you are, Ashley. Are you with us, my friend?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm so excited to talk with you because I have some updates and I was just filling Michelle in with them a little bit yesterday. But so you guys, I started this 1.5 years ago. I was a nurse. I was working full time. I had just had baby number 3, and drowning would be the best word to describe where I was. I was drowning in debt. I was drowning in mom guilt. My husband and I, our relationship was on the rocks because we never got to see each other. Anytime he was home, I was picking up like overtime shifts, night shifts. We were literally, there were times when we would pass each other, pull over on the side of the road, give each other a hug and a kiss and be like, all right, like your turn. Good luck with the kids. See you in another 12 hours. And I knew that I needed to do something different because even with all of the overtime, it wasn't cutting it. And I was so tired of missing out on all of the moments, right? My oldest daughter, she's 6 years old now, and I missed the first 4 Christmases of her life. But the last 2, I've been able to be there and be present with her because of this. So I started this in September of 2023. By October, I had quit my job. By November, I was making more money than if I would have stayed full-time as a nurse. 6 months into this, I had paid off $30,000 worth of credit card debt and my Suburban. Within my first 12 months of this, I had made my first 6 figures. And it's crazy because I'm coming up on my 2 years this fall, and I'm right on track to hit another 6 figures. And it's mind blowing to me because when I saw somebody posting about this, I had all of the excuses, all of the doubt, all of the hesitations. And I know that's normal, right? Like as humans, we do. And I thought, I was like, well, I'm not an influencer, right? Like I'm not this perfectly put together cutesy, like you guys, I don't have this cute office. I got like mountains of laundry back here. I do my content with a baby on my hip and peanut butter on my shirt. I literally make content in the school pickup line. I split this up into the pockets of my day. And as badly as I needed to find something, a way to make money, there were 2 pieces of it. I needed to make money, but I wanted to work less because I was so tired of FaceTiming my kids on Christmas in the middle of a 12-hour shift. I was tired of sneaking out while they were still sleeping and not getting to tell them good morning or pick them up from school or go to the field trips. I was like gonna be a little bit particular with what I was gonna do with my time from here on out. Because like Michelle said, I have tried other things. I've done the makeup, I've done the whitening toothpaste, the weight loss, the press on nails, all the different things where you make these tiny little 10% commissions, right? And it wasn't what, I mean, for one thing, I'd be sitting there like glued to my phone. My daughter would come up and she'd tap me on the shoulder. She'd be like, Mom, can I go do this? I'm like, hang on a minute. I gotta, DM this person. I got a cold message. I got to slide into the DMs because that's what they teach you. Hey girl, will you host a party? Hey, will you check out my mascara? And you don't have to do that with this. And like Michelle says all the time, it truly is a breath of fresh air. So the fact alone that I've been able to do this around mom life has been the biggest blessing. Yeah, the money is amazing. It's incredible. It's what makes the world go round. But the fact that I can be taking a nap with my son and have a $900 sale come in, like that is what it's about. That I can go on a field trip with my daughter and have a $900 sale come in because I'm able to split up the work that I know needs to be done. And I have the peace of mind knowing that this business is going to continue to work in the background. That's the peace of mind that I truly didn't know existed. And I never saw this in the cards for me. So if you guys would have asked me like a year and a half ago, I would have told you my goal, and I call it my silly little pipe dream, right? Like Michelle talked about, don't shoot small when you start this, because my silly little pipe dream was if I could just figure out a way to make an extra $600 a month, that's going to pay my car payment and that's going to pay my daughter's school tuition. You guys, now as a stay-at-home mama, I'm having repeated $10,000 months. My husband, in the month of February, he was laid off with zero notice, and it was okay. It was actually a really, really amazing month. He was home with us. He got to be present. He got to go on the field trips. My daughter picked him over me to take her on the field trip. And it was so fun. But this week, my husband showed up to work on Monday and lost his job completely. No notice. And a year and a half ago, we literally would have just sat on the kitchen floor and cried together. We had no emergency fund. We had no backup plan, no savings. Heaven forbid we got a flat tire back then, let alone lose a full-time income. We were not prepared for that. And it was a terrifying feeling. But truth be told, I think that more people either are there right now or have been there. Don't stay there. Choose, you guys. You get to choose. Is this scary? Sure, it can be. But do you know what's even scarier? The thought of staying stuck. For me, the most terrifying thing in the world a year and a half ago was the idea of missing another Christmas. The idea of going one more month paycheck to paycheck. We were literally like closer and closer to rock bottom every time a payday came around because we had no emergency fund. So I encourage you guys to give yourself some grace and just know, like, we all start somewhere. My first piece of content, you guys, I stood there and I folded laundry for 15 seconds. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to say. That's why I needed something like this that step by step was going to walk me through it. There is somebody out there waiting to relate to you and your story, and you get to be the one that brings this solution to them. And I think that's what's so amazing, is because it's so much more than, and when I got started, that's what I truly thought it was. I thought it was, I'm going to buy a program, I'm going to sell a program. And I thought that was brilliant. I was like, all right, that takes a ton of the like work out of it for me. But it's so much more than that when you actually choose to plug in and learn the skills. Now, as a stay-at-home mama that's having consistent $10,000 months, my husband lost his job this week and he's not even going to go look for another one. We're going to have the summer together. I'm so stoked. The kids are literally like off their rocker with how excited they are that daddy gets to be there for the preschool graduation, the kindergarten programs, the end of the year field trips, all of the things. And this is truly, if you picture like your perfect day, my life is now my perfect day on repeat. Waking up slowly with no alarm clock. I haven't set an alarm clock in the past year and a half. No more 12-hour shifts, no missing the lunches, the field trips, none of it. Sitting in the sunshine on the porch, drinking my iced coffee while my kids are playing barefoot in the grass. And having a system that I can put behind my kids. Never again will I have to put something in front of my kids. I don't have to call and ask somebody permission to stay home and take care of my kids when they're sick. My kids, my family comes first. I'm so excited that you guys are here, and even just considering this, that's the biggest step. You guys got this.
I love that. I love your story so much. And, you think about it, because you just stayed consistent, you've learned skills, now you've been able to branch out, right? You do your own coaching as well now. You've learned to add income streams to where you didn't have that pressure when your husband lost his job. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
So proud of you, my friend. So proud of you. Guys, I can really relate to her story because I remember going back to 2022 when the network marketing company changed their comp plan. And I used to have to grab my son's a runner. And I used to have to grab my calculator and calculate when he would need new tennis shoes. And I remember going, how the hell did I get here? I remember being so frustrated with myself. But something I knew, I was like, if I don't make a change, nothing will change. And I'll share a story with you. I got started by I knew my children's brace appointment was in 7 days. I was like, okay, I'm going to invest in this, and I'm either going to call the orthodontist in 7 days and feel stupid because I can't make the payment, or I'm going to get a customer. And that's why inside our community, we help you go launch to profit in 7 days. That is something that is so important. So you make the investment, but you plug in and go launch to profit in 7 days. And that is actually on average what happens with the people that are making the money. We have 50,000+ members now. Our community has collectively generated 29 million in 10 months. In 10 months, just like iPhones, there is a track record of success. So that eliminates the fear of, will people buy? And it just helps you realize, how can I become the person that people will buy from me? And that's it. That's why we have a proven process. Just like Starbucks, they have a proven marketing process and strategy that you follow as well. So many of you might be going, oh my gosh, Michelle, this sounds really, really, really good. But how much time will this take? Because time is something we can never get back, right? So here's the 2-hour workday that I followed and implemented to launch my business. So I'd spend 30 minutes a day copying, pasting free ads, that strategy I shared with you earlier. And then I would create 3 pieces of content on social media, one platform. I went all in on TikTok, okay? All platforms work. I just think TikTok's the easy button because you could do 3 short form videos. And then I would spend 30 minutes responding to comments and responding to emails. That's your income earning activities. And that's exactly what I did. Now, Amy that's on here, she's the best example. She's the poster child for the 2-hour workday, because when she launched her business, you guys, she was working 2 jobs. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to have Amy come on and share with you as well. Are you with us, Amy?
Yeah, I am. Thank you, Michelle. Yeah, you guys, just like Ashley said, so many of us just want our time, like Michelle said. And for me, it was a pivotal point in my life. I was turning 50 and I realized that working 18 hours a day after many years just wasn't going to keep cutting it. I was mentally exhausted. I was physically exhausted. But more than anything, I was losing my relationship with my children because I was always working. And when it came down to it, I had to make my children and myself a priority finally. And long story short, my daughter put me on TikTok and I came across a video of all things, right? I don't even know how social media works, right? I knew nothing about any of this stuff, you guys. But I watched this video that Michelle created and it talked about making extra money online and a step-by-step process. And I thought, oh Lord, I can never have an online business. I already work 18 hours a day. I'm a single mom. I've been divorced, left with 3 kids. You guys, I had all the cards stacked against me. No sales, no marketing. I've been in the trucking industry for over 20 years, waitressing. I don't know social media. I don't know the online world. I just want my time back with my kids. Inevitably, when I heard Michelle talk about the 2 hour workday, and if you could just follow what these trainings were teaching you, and you could put this 2 hours in, that you could potentially start learning to earn money online. And I said, man, can you imagine? So, on a hope and a prayer and a dream and all the things, I said, you know what? I'm going for it. And that's exactly what I did 24 months ago. I had to figure out how to put this into my day. I mean, literally, I'm up at 3 a.m. and I'm not going to bed until 11 or 12 p.m. or, 12 a.m. I'm up. I'm sleeping 2 hours a night and been doing that for many years. You guys, this 2 hour workday can be done throughout your day. Okay. Little bit here, 20 minutes here, 30 minutes here, every lunch break, every little break in between my 2 jobs. I just plugged into the community, the free Zooms, the training, literally a 5-minute video to teach me how to create a video. And then I would watch it and implement. And literally, that's what I did. I not only was able to walk away from one of those jobs, but both of those jobs in just 10 and a half weeks by 20 minutes here, 30 minutes here. I finally had the opportunity to start cooking dinner again for my kids. I finally had the opportunity to quit telling them no when they needed me. I was home. And that means more to me than any amount of money in the world. That I could finally, as a mother, be available to my children at the drop of a hat when they needed me. I always put those jobs before them because I thought that's the life that I had to lead. I was stuck in that hamster wheel every single freaking day for years. And my kids were paying the price. I was paying the price until I realized we were much more important than that. Long story short, I have been able to, in the last 24 months, pay off every single bit of debt that I've ever had. I've been able to put another child in college. I've been able to get my time back. And that's the most important thing. But I've also been able to continually make a very nice income from home. Very, very nice. And I just want you to know that you are worth it and you do deserve it, no matter where you're at right now. You have an opportunity here that thousands, over 50,000 of us have become part of. We're living, breathing proof that anybody, if you're just willing to take that step forward for yourself and your family to do something better, you can.
Mhm.
Just believe in yourself again. Because I know right now you probably feel like you can't, but I'm telling you, you can. You are worth it and you deserve it. So I hope that helps anybody that says they don't have enough time, they don't know anything about any of it. Neither did I. I'm living proof it works. Thank you, Michelle.
That is so awesome. I have a question for you. So
Yeah.
you've done 90-day runs before.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how have they helped you with
Oh
your
my,
success?
you know, what I love the most is as soon as I wake up in the morning, I go to that video and it gets my day started. It gives me the motivation and the training that I need to implement what's going to work for my business. It's the support that I need to know that somebody's helping me, you know? And I think that that's what a lot of these other courses do. They don't do this for people. It's so hands-on and it's every single day support and guidance. And that's what I needed.
Which is important.
It absolutely 100%. I would have never ever done any of this without it.
Yeah. Awesome. Love
Thank
it. Thank you for sharing, my friend. Love
you.
it. Love it. And it's been amazing watching Amy grow and just see, you can just see that like the pressure's lifted off and she's just so happy. And money's a byproduct though, you guys. It just is. It's literally the byproduct. So you're probably going, well, how do I get started? Right? Well, why I'm going to break down how to get started and what you get and what it's going to do for you. You did receive an email from the person that invited you. If you go to that email and if you scroll down to the bottom of that email, there's a PS with their website. You can go to the website, you can see all 4 programs and you can see the details of it, okay? If you have any questions for them, just reply to that email. That's what they're here for, okay? So how do you get started? So what you do to get started is there's 4 different programs you can pick from. Now I'm going to talk to you guys about the Legacy Builders program and what you're going to get, because that's important. You want to know what you're going to get. So you're going to get 4 different digital programs that you can promote, and you're going to make 100% profit. You're going to learn how to automate your business. You're going to learn how to use our ultimate discovery method to attract customers to you so you don't have to go bother friends and family. You're going to relearn how to relate and connect to your perfect customer. People buy from people that they know, like, and trust. And when you learn how to relate to your perfect customer, this is where you start having fun growing and building a business, because impact equals income. You're going to learn step by step how to make daily pay, and you're going to learn how to make $900 a day in 2025. It's not 2024. And that's $328,000 a year. That's exactly what you're going to learn. So are you ready to earn passive income on autopilot? Look at this, $900 while on tonight's mentoring, because we do live mentoring. While she was on the call learning, she was earning as well. So this is a learn and earn process, and I absolutely love that. Now, once you get started, this is what it looks like when you get your program. You're going to go inside, and it's as simple as paint by numbers. You're going to go to click here to get started, and you just follow it. You go to welcome to Legacy Builders, like a 5-minute video. Then you go to the next 3-minute video. It literally walks you through everything. Just like if you want to learn a new skill at a job, they have to walk you through the process. Just like if you go to college, for 4 to 6 years to learn these skills. We show you how to compress time and be able to learn and earn at the exact same time. Now, when you get started today, there is some additional free bonuses that you will get. Be part of our digital growth community, and also Canva crash course, which you can learn to create your content inside of Canva. You're going to get my 1 million in 17 months blueprint. I literally walk you through the exact strategies that I followed. You're going to get the 30-day market strategy growth plan. This is what I followed when I was brand new on TikTok. I just did this for 30 days. Then you're going to get how to start your own online business and even 200 digital product ideas. So if you want to launch your own product or service or program, we show exactly how to do that. You're going to get the mindset, message, and marketing. So you, my friend, are equipped with what you need to make your first million. And you're also going to get your invisible empire, your faceless marketing. Okay, so if you want to start with building on Faceless, you're going to get that as well. You get all of this for only $900. And one customer, and you're in profit mode. but you're only investing $900. You get the education, you get live interactive training, but you get income streams that if you sold just one of each of them, that's $1,900. When I heard that I could make more than I can invest, I'm like, this is a no-brainer. This is an absolutely no-brainer. Now, if that is not in your budget, we do have the digital mastery where you get 3 income streams. Okay, or the passive daily pay blueprint, you get 2 income streams, or the launch pad. Now, here's the thing, when you look at these, if this isn't where you want to end, right? If this is all you can afford, that is a really great place to start. Okay. Now, what I want to do real quick is I want Jessica to come and share, you guys, because she has tried many different things as well. And to watch her grow and the success she's having is just absolutely amazing. And she is pure heart. She's built the most amazing heart-centered, God-driven business that I've ever seen. And Jessica, I'm just so very proud of you, my friend.
Don't make me cry. Oh my gosh. Hi. So my story is way different than Michelle, and I'm going to kind of like poke fun because I watched her and I'm like, I don't talk like that. I don't look like that. And I thought this was a scam. So if you're on here, there was like 700 people earlier. If you think like, if you're like, your horns are going up and you're like, there's just no way that normal people could do this. Because that's what I thought. And I looked and I'm like, well, I don't even understand what she's talking about. How in the world could I do that? You know? But that's why the Lord made us all different. And here I am. The May was the start of my 18th month, and I'm now averaging $30,000 a month. I used to say $20,000 a month, but because I bought this course one time, it changed my life. And my story is way different because I used to sell MLMs since I was 18. I started out with Pampered Chef, Mary Kay, Avon, you name it. I used to lug my stuff into people's houses and go back and get the checks in the catalogs, and I would make like $17. And then I did big MLMs and I had a big team and I was selling weight loss products. And then I looked at digital marketing stuff. I've always had something in my back pocket. So I don't know about you guys, but I come from working 2 and 3 jobs and parents that worked in factories and just a hard worker. I'm a hard worker. So of course my horns were up when I seen digital marketing and when the pandemic hit and everybody was making great videos and everybody was making money online. And here I am in my double wide trailer working 40 hours a week for somebody else. And I knew there had to be more. And inside of me, I had a burning desire for more. I know you have that or you would not be on this Zoom. So I started buying courses. I started buying digital marketing courses and $47 ebook courses. And I was following these people that didn't look like me and they had lots of followers. Of course, they're making money. They've got lots of followers. And then a friend introduced me to Michelle and I watched her a while. And my first 2 things were, that can't be real. And I don't look like her. I'm not going to be able to talk like her. She's so fancy and beautiful, you know, and we talk about it now as a joke, but you can be who you are and still make money online. So I watched for a little while and I got on a webinar just like this. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it. And I had to put this card on my credit card. And we talk about these 90-day runs. That's what she's talking about. That's a push to help you make money. Well, the lady that I bought this from in November of 2023, she writes letters. She doesn't even do this. So I didn't have a mentor. So I plugged into Michelle's videos every day from November to December, and I made $10,000 in 2 months. Back then it was 10K in 60 days. I didn't have somebody to like shoot things around with. I had to figure it out, but I wasn't alone. I wasn't lost because I had Michelle and I got on every Zoom I could and I soaked up as much as I could. I did that alongside of working, homeschooling my daughter, and we go to church like 3 to 5 times a week. Church is life where I'm from. So I was busy in my own little world and I didn't want to be on my phone. And I did. I posted videos. I did what she said. I was the biggest skeptic. I'm a slow learner. I don't know how to do tech. I still don't know how to do. My daughter taught me how to make videos. Like, you don't have to be all these things that we see. Social media puts this mirage about us making money online. But I've been saying for almost 2 years now, I live in a double wide trailer in a holler in West Virginia. And that expression has branded me and it's made me thousands of dollars. But that's really who I am in my simple life. We have a different life now. My husband and I both quit our jobs. He used to cut grass from sunup to sundown. Now he has 6 yards and 3 of them are family that he cuts for free. So like we just do whatever. We just got back from Cincinnati for 5 days and we're leaving today to go camping for the weekend because we can do that because we don't have to punch a time clock. So borrow my hope. Because we've worked hard, blood, sweat, and tears, right, babe?
That's right.
And now he's got his remote control car there, and he's going to go put in the camper.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
He can play with his remote control car at the campground. Like, this is our life. But we started with no followers. We started just making messy, silly videos, but I committed to being in this community every single day because Michelle was making money and she had something I wanted, and I was not going to let go until I had it. Right?
Right.
So thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for sharing. And I love your story because, you started with questioning yourself, and if you could do this, and in such a short time now your husband's retired.
And he's not even 30.
And he's not even 30, retire at 29. Yes. So
Thank
awesome.
you.
Thank you so much for sharing. I love it. So you guys, I want to go across the world now because I'm a gal in Kansas that just followed this process, and I created 3 short form videos a day. And one of my videos, this is the cool part about social media. One of my videos got pushed to South Africa. I didn't even know it. And Cecilia in South Africa has seen my video. You guys, she ended up purchasing from me when I was sleeping because the time zones are completely different there. That's the power of social media, and that's the power of automations. But here's the power of impact, because it not only has changed Cecilia's life, now I think there's like 17 or 18, she can let you know for sure, self-made millionaires in South Africa because of this. She's literally created a movement over there. So we are literally changing lives all over the world, all because I posted on social media. That's the power of what you have. So Cecilia, I'm gonna let you take it away, my friend, and thank you for being here.
It's such a pleasure. We are 18, you guys, and actually 2 of our South African mamas went ahead and bought themselves houses. The one even bought a boat, and I still can't believe the ricochets. So May is a very significant month. If I tell you May is money month, then May is money month, right? Because back in 2023, I started in May. I started in May after I had a horrible day. I had Bridezilla, I had a bridal party at my salon, and I rushed to go and pick up my little girl as a single mommy. She was grade 8. It's initiation year. It's tough on them as it is already, but I've been under pressure for such a long time that I started turning into a snappy mom. Listen, if you get into a grocery store and you have to choose between the bare basics of washing powder and Stay Soft because you can't afford both, that's pressure. When you stand in front of a grocery cupboard and you start crying because it's difficult to fill that, even though you're a single mama with just one girl, it's tough. When you end up crying in a shower 6 days out of a 7-day week, it's tough. And it's not because you're a lazy mama, it's because you're working 15 hours a day, right? You're running your own business. You're doing it the way that society said. They said if you work for a boss, you'll never get ahead. So you go ahead and you open up your own business, but you're still struggling. It's still tough. It's still hard. You're still working your life away. And the only child that God gave you, you still don't get to spend time with her. So the day, that specific day, I snapped at my little girl. Back in May 2023, I snapped at my little girl, not realizing that as she walked to the car, she was already crying because she had a tough day at school. I immediately drowned in mom guilt. I worked the rest of that day. You guys, I ended up working until close to 9 p.m. that evening. And as I sat at my nail station, when I looked up, my little girl fell asleep on the couch. Now, a teenager falling asleep on the couch because she's waiting for her mom, because she needs to speak to her mom, that's got to say something, right? I died 1,000 deaths that day because I'm actually a mommy of 2 angel babies, and I'm also a cancer survivor. I never wanted to end up there. So the next morning at 5 a.m., I scrolled TikTok. I just wanted to see some funny babies and some funny animals. I wanted to, tone down, find something to laugh about. And this beautiful mom of 6 and grand of 5 popped up on my screen. And I decided, what if this works? I saw it was in Dalish. I didn't really think it was going to work in South Africa. But I thought, what the heck? What if? What if it does work? And I grabbed that link the same way you grabbed somebody's link. You entered your email address because you thought what if it works? And I got an invite to a Zoom just like this. I jumped on that Zoom and I saw testimonials of parents and people just like you are seeing it tonight. And I thought, hey, what if I take a chance on this? And what if it works? 6 weeks later, I woke up to my very first sale. I woke up and at that minute, I realized, because the significance of me purchasing from a mum across overseas as a South African didn't really hit me until that morning when I woke up and there was money in my PayPal. And I was like, I knew this works. And it was like, I just made money while I slept. I've never in my life been able to make money while I sleep, ever. You don't get paid in South Africa for sleeping, right? Well, I just found a business that pays you even when you sleep. But 2 hours later, I made another $300 while doing somebody's nails, you guys. If you're from South Africa, I was sitting there putting in an hour and 45 minutes worth of work for 280 Rand. That's less than $20. That's way less than $20, right? And I made $300 and I'm like, wow, I just made 5,000 Rand as a South African mama and I don't need to do anything else. And it was like, you know, my whole heart was like, this is it. This is it. I found it. I finally freaking found it. I knew there was more to life than all work, and never being able to afford anything. I want to tell you a little secret. Back in May 2023, when I got started, I was the shy mom, you guys. I didn't have the guts to speak on camera. Okay? I literally depended on trending sounds and pointing to text on screen. I made my first $1,200 like that. It is insane when you lock hands with a program that literally takes you by the hand and shows you day by day and step by step how to do this. 6 weeks into this, I started making money. Not one of my other 2 businesses that I started in my life ever made me that type of profit from the get-go in such a short time span. 4 weeks, in a time frame of 4 weeks after that, I hit my first 6 figures as a South African mama. 3 months, I was completely out of debt. 5 months, I flipped our zip code from the bush to the beach. I always said, one day when I'm big, I'm gonna live by the ocean, you guys. 5 months within this, I grew up. 5 months. But the most insane thing is, I've never been able to spend the type of time with my child that I have been in the past 2 years since I've started this. I never thought that, making a lot of money in a short time during the day was ever possible. This is insane. This is amazing. If you're sitting on the other side, you've already took 2 of the steps that I took. You've already clicked somebody's link to check out the information. You're already on this webinar. My 3rd step was getting started. It's 2 years later for me in May, and I've made over 4 million as a South African. The ripple effect, there's 18 self-made multi-millionaires in South Africa because of this, and countless 6-figure earners. It is that simple. It is that simple. If you can commit to the future that you want for yourself, you're willing to be coached by a multi-millionaire online, and you're ready to be consistent for 2 hours a day, it's that simple. I'll forever be grateful for this mom that shows up, not just for me, but for every single parent out there that now gets to work less, earn more, and make memories with their family, because that's the mission and the goal behind this program. The e-learning industry is the only industry that grew with like over 900% in a 10-year span. That should say something, right? That should say something. Shally, thank you. I'm always humbled for sharing. And May is just that, it's that milestone of you did it. And the next May is like, you did it. And this year, today I looked out over the ocean and I'm like, wow, you did it.
Oh, 2 years this month. How awesome.
2 years.
What a life 2 years it's been. All because you just borrowed my belief from what you watched on my video and you just took action. And now other people are borrowing your belief and look at the ripple effect. So proud of
I was
you.
like, if a mom of 6 could get her time back with her kids, then I'm a mom of 1. I should be able to do this, right? It's insane. Thank you.
Love
A
it.
million times over. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. I absolutely love that. So you guys, next step, just like she said, you've done 2 of the steps. You just need to take the 3rd step, which is getting started. Our 90-day run starts on the 10th. So you have 2 days to get started, get your system set up. And so you can be ready to launch on May 10th. Don't get started on May 10th because you want your system to be set up. And then we are going to walk you through, like Amy said, she loves waking up in the morning and having that daily video to plug into. Plus you have the community. Matter of fact, I'm going to be doing a training in 50 minutes. So you get started now, get on your first live interactive mentoring training with me. I would absolutely love to get to know you better and be on this amazing journey with you and help you reach your goal, whatever that goal is. So get back with the person that invited you. They sent you an email, scroll to the bottom, you'll see the